Now the man looks at a car, looks at the Nissan Note 2005, 1.4 liter CVT transmission. He looks at it and he says, this is better than a BMW.
Huh?
That's what you're saying.
I did not. I did not. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
It is a cross between a lot of vehicles. You can see a little bit of Nissan March in it. You can see a little bit of the Toyota HR-V in it at the back there. You can see a couple of vehicles meshed into one, but all I see is 1.4 liter CVT, and that is fuel management at its very best.
He falls in love with the CVT. Where are you going? Come closer.
What I had done was simple, giving you a platform to tell us all about this beautifully fuel management system called a car.
All right, so this is the Nissan Note, 1.5 liter. You can get this in a 1.6 liter, but this one is a 1.5 liter. Gives you.
It's a 1.4 liter.
It's a 1.5 liter.
Let's ask the guy on the camera. It's a
1.5 liter. It's a 1.5 liter. You don't know your cars. I know.
Could
my
as
cars.
well be a 1.4 liter.
It gives you 80 kilowatts worth of power and 80 kilowatts and 148 newton meters worth of torque. Now it's not exciting, but it's not built for excitement. It's not.
I'm created to come in for opportunities such as this. Not exciting. How much excitement can you get from a car that, number one, does not waste its time changing gears from 1 to 4, but changes gears as and when necessary so that it gets the very best performance out of every single liter? This is continuous variable transmission. This is a really good vehicle. A fantastic vehicle.
All right, number one. All right, let's look at the car itself, the shape of this car. It rides a bit taller. It's a bit taller than most cars in its segment. It's pretty good because you've got a lot of space inside. There's a lot of headroom, a lot of leg room in there. So yeah, you can fit your family in there. You can fit 4 people in there, including the driver. Unfortunately, you can't fit the third person. It'll be a bit tight at the back there, and the seat in the middle is a bit hard. But if you've got 4 people, you can transport them really quite comfortably.
Not just comfortably, but efficiently. Efficiently in the fact that you can get up to 15 kilometers per every liter. Sometimes you can push as hard as 16 kilometers per every liter. Now, the Nissan Note is notable when it comes to fuel management, you were saying.
Is that the only selling point of this car? The CVT transmission?
Manyanga, one of the things that you should understand is that when you're buying cheap vehicles like this one, very cheap, you need to look at exactly why you're doing so. And why we're not talking about the interior, and why we're not talking about the comfort, and why we're not talking about luxuriousness, and why we're not talking about why it is a chick magnet, like one of our good fellas say.
No, it's not a chick magnet.
What it is a distance magnet. It's a travel magnet. You can go wherever you want.
As long as it is in the
on
CBD.
your paycheck, especially yours. I know.
Go away. Go away. All right. Now let's talk about this car. Not this whole nonsense about CVT. Yeah, fine, fuel efficiency. But there's a lot going on with this car. We did talk about the space inside. The interior, nothing much to talk about, but comfortable enough for you to live in. It's really quite spacious, quite really. Please do not come back.
I'm putting an end to this. You're not going anywhere. I'm putting an end to this. Why? Because what you want to do is this. You want to analyze this car as a car. We don't analyze this vehicle as a car. It is not a car.
It's a bicycle.
We don't talk about the car. We talk about what it can do.
Is it a bicycle?
Most probably a bicycle. I mean, the amount of energy this car uses is probably close to what you can use when you're on a bicycle. Why? Because it's quite good. It's a very nice vehicle. Let's bring an end to this, Manyang. I know you want to talk in depth about it.
I haven't said anything about this car.
We're bringing an end to it. It's a fuel saver. That's all we're saying. 0 to 10. Your rating.
I'm not going to say anything. I still have a lot to say
rating
about
0
this.
to 10.
All right, this car is a very good car.
7.
It's a bit tall, so kind of rolls at the corners.
Is that a 7.5?
It's definitely not a BMW.
So
you're
it's
gonna have
a 6.
the turning circle is amazing, especially in the CBD.
It's a 6.
So that's gonna be great, especially if you want to use it as a taxi. Huh? Fuel economy, large space, and a fantastic.
All I hear is fuel economy, fuel economy, fuel economy. Is it a 7? Is it a 6? Is it an 8? What is it?
But this car will give you a bit of a problem when you're going at high speeds. You might hear a bit of a loud sound in there. That's because of this brilliant CVT engine. You said.
From standstill, that's when it does that.
No,
from standstill.
High speed.
High speed is if you're treating it like a BMW. If you're treating it like a BMW and you put your foot on it, of course it's not going to react like a BMW because it is merely a nice looking bicycle. That's like why I said it. This is a really good vehicle. Buy it. How much? How many points do you give it? 0 to 10. Come on. The man is totally in love with this vehicle. I'll give it a 7. And he's giving it a 7.5. I'll do it on his behalf. He's probably like awesome struck. Go back to where you were. You were like this. There you go. So I was saying, this is a brilliant vehicle. And he's still marveling at the specimen.